Hi students, welcome to the video lecture 4 of module 3 topic transportation problem. In lecture 3 we discussed about Ogle's approximation method and we solved one problem on Ogle's approximation method. In today's lecture we'll discuss about optimal solution and modified distribution, that is Modi method. Methods of solving transportation problem. There are two phases involved in the solving transportation problem. Phase 1, finding the basic feasible solution, that is using northwest corner rule, NWCR method, matrix minima method or least cost entry method, and Ogle's approximation method. So all these three methods have been discussed and one problem on three methods has been solved. Phase 2 is optimizing the basic feasible solution, that is nothing but Modi modified distribution method, or it is also called as UV method. There is note for you: for solving any of the transportation problems, first obtain basic feasible solution by using any one method specified above, and then obtain optimal solution by minimizing basic feasible solution using Modi method. So Modi method or UV method procedure will discuss now. Procedure for Modi method for optimality. So step 1, check m plus n minus 1 is equal to number of allocated cell. If yes, non-degenerate BF basic feasible solution, go to step 3. Else degenerate basic feasible solution, go to step 2. So if it is a non-degenerate basic feasible solution, we need to come to step 3. If it is a degenerate basic feasible solution, we need to come to step 2. So let us check step 2. Convert the necessary number of unallocated cells into allocated cells to satisfy step 1 condition. Procedure is as follows. Consider the least cost value of unallocated cell. Check the loop formation and they should not be closed loop. Select the cell as a new allocated cell and assign epsilon. Step 3. Compute the value of Ui and Vj for all the allocated cells by using the formulae Ui plus Vj is equal to Cij. Step 4. Compute the penalties Pij for all the unallocated cells by using the formula Pij is equal to Ui plus Vj minus Cij. Check the optimality condition, that is all Pij should be less than or equal to 0. If all Pij values are 0 or less than 0, then we reached the optimality and stop the procedure. Otherwise, we need to go to step 6. Step 6 says that select most positive value of Pij and consider that cell as a new allocated cell. From that newly allocated cell, draw a closed loop by using horizontal and vertical lines. The turning points of the loop should be only at the allocated cell. So whatever the lines you are drawing, and the turning point should be at the allocated cell only. Step 8. Starting from the new allocated cell, alternatively assign plus and minus sign at the corner of the closed loop. Step 9. Select the minimum of the allocated cost value among the negative signed cell. Frame the new iteration by applying following steps. Add and subtract the selected minimum value in all the plus and minus signed cells respectively. Copy the remaining cells value as it is and go to step 1. So while solving the problem, you will come to know the steps very clearly. Now let us solve the problem. So it is on northwest corner rule method. Obtain the optimal solution for the following table. So this is the table. Here we are calculating sum of supply, it is 34, and sum of demand is also coming 34. Since summation of supply and summation of demand is equal, the given transportation problem, we can say it is a balanced transportation problem. So let us make the allocation using northwest corner rule. So we found 19 as the northwest corner. So compare 5 and 7. So 5 is minimum, that is being allocated, that will be allocated there, and it will be reduced from demand and supply. So 5 minus 5 is 0, 7 minus 5 is 2. So since demand is satisfied here, it will be striked off. Next northwest corner cell is this. So 8 and 2 is compared, 2 is minimum, so that will be allocated there, and it will be reduced from supply and demand. So 2 minus 2 is 0, 8 minus 2 is 6. Since supply is satisfied here, it will be striked off. So next northwest corner cell is this. 6 and 9 is compared, 6 is minimum, that will be allocated here, and it will be reduced from demand and supply. So 6 minus 6 is 0, 9 minus 6 is 3. So this particular column will be striked off, so it has been striked here. So next northwest cell is this. So 6, 3 and 7 is compared, 3 is minimum, that will be allocated there. So since reduced it from supply and demand, it will be, supply will become 0, so it has been striked off. So next northwest cell is this. 4 and 18 is compared, 4 is minimum, so that will be allocated there, and that particular column will be striked off. So here 14, 18 minus 4 is 14. So next northwest corner here 14 and 14, so that will be allocated there. So now all the allocation has been made as supply and demand is 0. Since all the supply and demand are 0, here the total number of allocated cell is equal to 6 is equal to m plus n minus 1, that is 3 plus 4 minus 1 is equal to 6. Hence the solution is non-degenerate basic feasible solution. So the total cost is been calculated as 1015. Now we need to check whether the cost whatever identified is optimal or not. So we'll use the Modi method for that. We use the Modi method for that. So now you need to calculate this U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3 and V4. Now I'll assume here, if you see, UI is equal to UI plus Vj is equal to Cij, where Cij is cost of allocated cell. For example, I can say that here U1 plus V1 is equal to 19, U1 plus V2 is equal to 30, U1 plus V3 is equal to 50, U1 plus V4 is equal to 10. Okay. Now I assume U1 is equal to 0, so that U1 plus V1 is equal to 19. So 0 plus V1 is equal to 19. I will get V1 is equal to 19. So that has been found there. Next, U1 plus V2 is equal to 30. So V2 will also come 30 here, and V3 will be, now I need to find U2 here, I need to find U2 here. So here U2 plus V2 is equal to 30, U2 plus V2 is equal to 30. So U2 will become 30 minus 30, so it is become 0. So U2 plus V3 is equal to 40 here, because cost is 40. So I will get V3 is equal to 40 because U2 is 0 here. Similarly, now U3 plus V3 is equal to 70. So since V3 is 40, so U3 will be 70 minus 40, that is 30. Now U3 plus V4 is 20. Since u3 is 30, 20 minus 30 is minus 10. So it has been written here. If you see u1 plus v1 is equal to c11, so that is 0 plus v1 is equal to 19. So I will get v1 is equal to 19. v1 is equal to 19. Similarly, u1 plus v2, u1 plus v2 is equal to c12, that is nothing but 30. So 0 plus v2 is equal to 30. This implies v2 is equal to 30. That has been written here. Now u2 plus v2 is equal to c22. u2 plus v2 is equal to c22, that is nothing but u2 plus v2 is equal to u2 plus 30 is equal to 30. So I will get u2 is equal to 0. Similarly, u2 plus v3, u2 plus v3 is equal to 40. So 0 plus v3 is equal to 40. So v3 will become 40. Similarly, we have calculated it for other cells also. Now what we need to do, we need to find the penalties. So now penalty is equal to Pij ui plus Vj minus Cij. Okay. So we have calculated u1 and all. For all cells I need to calculate Pij. So after calculating I am getting these values. So for first cell, that is we need to calculate it for unallocated cell. So P13 is one of the unallocated cell. I will just elaborate it. Here u1 is equal to what? 0 plus v3 is what? 40 minus 50 is nothing but cost here. So I am getting minus 10. Similarly, P14 is the another unallocated cell. u1 is equal to 0 plus v4 is equal to minus 10 and minus C14 is nothing but 10. So I am getting minus 20 here. Similarly, for all the unallocated cell, we are calculating the penalties. So if you see, all Pij are not less than or equal to 0, since P31 and P32 are positive. That is P31 is 9, P32 I am getting 52. Choose largest positive penalty, that is P32, and draw the closed loop. Assign alternative positive and negative sign at each corner. So P32 is what? P32 is this particular cell. From here I need to draw the horizontal and vertical line. So how it has been drawn, let us check. So from here to there, so as this told in the procedure, from the largest penalty I am drawing a box closed loop, and it should go to the corner should be in the allocated cell only. Now if you see, it is this corner is at the allocated cell, this corner is the at allocated cell, and this corner is the at the allocated cell. Now alternatively I need to make the signs positive, negative, positive and negative. Okay, positive, negative, positive, negative. So now this 4 will go to this particular cell, that is 3 plus 4 is 7, and this 4 will be reduced from 6, that is 6 minus 4 will be 2 here, and this 4 will be added here, that is remaining. Okay, let us check now. Okay, or I can say this 4 will come here, this 4 will come here, that is this will become allocated cell. It will be reduced from 6 minus 4 is 2, and here that 4 will be added, so that it will become 7. So if you can see, this is the new allocated cell 4, 2 and 7 as I told. Again now we need to calculate u1, v1, v2, v3, v4 and all. So I assume u1 is equal to 0. So v1 will become 19, because u1 plus v1 is equal to 19. 0 plus v1 is equal to 19 will be 19 only. Similarly, v2 will be 30 here. v2 will be 30 here. Now u2 plus v2, it will be 0. Similarly, it will become 40 here because 0 plus 40 will be, 0 plus V3 is equal to 40, V3 will get 40. So it will be minus 22. Why it is minus 22 means here U3 plus V2 is equal to 8. So V2 is equal to 30 here. So 8 minus 30 will be 22. So now I'll get V4 is equal to 42 because U3 plus V4 is equal to 20. U3 is minus 22. So V4 will be 20 plus 22, that is 42. That has been explained here. That is how I got the values of V2 and all. So just go through that. This PPT will be shared for you for your reference. Now again I need to calculate the penalties of the unallocated cell. So again all Pij are not less than or equal to 0 since P14 is positive. So again I am choosing only one. I have the largest penalty. I will choose that particular penalty and draw the closed loop starting from P14, and alternatively I assign positive and plus sign. So here this will come here, this particular line. So if you see, the corners are at the allocated cell only. Now I'll assign plus minus plus minus. Now what happens, this particular 2 will get assigned here. This will be 12, this will be 2 here, this will be, this 2 will go here 2. So that 2 has to be reduced here 12, and that 4 will be added here, that is it will become 6. Okay, this 2 has come here 12 and plus 2 6. Again I need to calculate U1 V2 value and all. So U1 will be 0, V1 will be 19, and V4 will be 10 here, V4 will be 10, and when V4 is equal to 10, U2 plus V4 is equal to how much, 60. So U2 will become 60 minus 10, that is, U3 is calculated here first. U3 plus V4 is equal to 20. So V4 will be 20 minus 10, that is 10. Similarly V2 is minus 2, that is U3 plus V2 is equal to 8. So V2 will be, V2 is equal to 8 minus 10, that is minus 2. Similarly it is 32. Why it is 32 means U2 plus V2 is equal to 30. So V2 is unknown here, V2 is known. So U2 will be 30 plus 2, 32. Similarly V3 will get 8. So how I got the values I have written here, just go through this. Now again the penalties are calculated. Now if you observe, all the penalties are negative. Since all the penalties are less than or equal to 0, the optimality has reached. We need to stop the procedure. So this will be the optimal allocation. So I can calculate the total cost for the new allocation. So it is coming 743. So initially it was around 1000. Now we have reduced it to 743. So by Modi method you will get the optimal solution. I request you to solve the same problem using Vogel's approximation method and check the optimality using Modi method. Thank you dear students.